Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Math Made Easy with Terry in 10 minutes, okay? So we're going to solve more questions on this, and I'm going to stress some of the more complicated examples. Please try as much as possible to go to my previous videos on basic Trig identities. I'm going to upload videos on that, and try and watch this before you try and solve this question. So this is basically a reminder. So we have a question here where we have 2 sine 2x plus half is equal to 8 cos 2x plus half. And the range is between 0 and 2 pi for x. So what's the first thing to do? So if you remember from the video I'm going to upload, you will see that I'll say you have to remove, try to simplify the question for yourself. So that means we're going to have, you can say let u to be equal to 2x plus half, okay? So it's going to be 2 sine u will be equal to 8 cos what? U. So that means all this, so it looks a little bit easier and better. The same thing, we have to change the range, okay? So if you look at u is equal to 2 times x plus half, right? So the same thing, so we're going to multiply the same thing here. So it's going to be x is going to be 0, so it's going to be same thing that happens here. So it's going to be 2 multiplied by 0 plus half, and this is for what? U, and it's going to give you 2 pi multiplied by 2 plus half. Is this making sense? So when you simplify this, it's going to give you 0. It's going to give you half less than u, then 4 pi plus half. Okay? So usually I prefer to rewrite this form, so it's going to be easy for me to know what exactly the value is. So 4 pi plus half should be around, if you press the calculator, it should be around 13.07. And as you know, when you say 2 pi, and that you can also get that in decimal as well, will be around 6.25. Okay, so that means this is the range that you're going to use for u. Okay, between and half is something at 0.5. Okay, so the range you're using for u between 0.5 and 13.07. Is that okay? So we're going to solve this now. So I'm going to look for u here. First thing first, I'm going to divide both sides by 2 to simplify this. So we have sine u will be equal to 4 cos what? U. The next thing, from trig identities, you know that sine theta over cos theta is equal to what? Tan theta, right? So because we are having 2 different identities on both sides of the equation, we have to make sure we have the same identity. And the closely related one is sine theta over cos theta. So that means I can divide both sides by cos u. Okay? So that means sine u over cos u is going to give me what? Tan u. And that will give me what? 4. Now, remember, I'm not looking for u. I'm not looking for tan u. I'm looking for u. And to get to u is going to be equal to the tan inverse of 4. Okay? And this is going to give me, if you press your calculator, it should give you in radians, because if you look at this, the answer we are having, the range we're having here is also in radians. So we're going to do this. This is going to give you, if you press it, you have to change your calculator from degrees to radian. And if it was in degrees, it would have given you about 75.96 degrees, about that range. But that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for radians. So it's going to give you about 1.33 radians. And this is the answer. And that is u. Now, if you look at u, the answers, the range for u is between 0.5 and 13.03. And remember, for tan theta, what you need to do, if you're solving tan theta, you have to keep on adding pi to the values. Is that making sense? So it's going to be, the first angle we have is 1.33, which is correct. The second angle is going to be 1.33 plus pi. You can press your calculator, and that should give you 4.47. Okay. The next one will be now, you add this pi as well with 4.47 plus pi. That makes sense? Then this will give you about 7.61. All right. So you keep on adding pi for every time. So remember, if it was sine theta, it's 180 minus theta. So you have to be careful how you solve it. Is that okay? So for each of them, remember the triangle, the cast diagram, or the arc. Okay. Here all are positive. Here is 180 minus theta. Here is 180 plus theta. And here is 360 minus what? Theta. Okay. So number 4, we're doing tan. Yeah, so it's 180 plus theta. But because we're looking at radian, it's going to be pi. All right. Now we're having 7.61 and it's still less than 13.07. So we add another one to 7.61 plus pi. And when you add that, it should give you around 10.75. I think 10.75. Now, if you had another pi to 10.75, it should give you greater than 13.07. So that means the 4 angles we have for U, we have U to be equal to 1.33, 4.47, 7.61, and 10.75. But we are not looking for U. We are looking for what? X. All right. So like I said, we had U to be equal to 1.33. We had U to be 4.47. 4.47. We had it to be 7.61 and 10.75. But we're not looking for U. We're looking for X. So we know that U is equal to 2x plus alpha. So 2x plus half, sorry, I beg your pardon. We know that U is equal to 2x plus half. So that means we can now come back here. So if we know U is equal to 1.33, so we know U is 2x plus half is equal to 1.33. So you take half to the other side. So 2x is going to be 1.33 minus half. Then you divide both sides by 2. So that means x will be equal to 1.33 minus half divided by what? 2. Is that making sense? And that will give you x to be 0.415. So basically, what we need to do, we need to subtract half and divide by 2 for each of them. So now the next angle now for U, which is 4.47, is going to be the same thing. 2x plus half is equal to 4.47. Take half to the other side. So 2x is going to be 4.47 minus half. Divide both sides by 2. X is going to be 4.47 minus half divided by 2. And x is going to be, so for 4.47 minus half divided by 2, 1.99. Okay? The next one, for U to be equal to 7.61, the same thing, U is 2x plus half is equal to 7.61. You take half to the other side, so 2x is going to be 7.61 minus half divided by what? 2. So therefore, x is going to be 7.61 minus half divided by 2, and x is going to give you, when you put that in your calculator, should be 3.555. Then the last one, U is equal to 10.75. Same thing, 2x plus half is equal to 10.75. Take half to the other side. 2x is going to become 10.75 minus half. Now you divide both sides by 2. So therefore, half will be equal to 10.75 divided by 2. minus half divided by 2. And when you press your calculator for that, it should give you 5.13. So now we've gotten the final answer. So for this question, our x is equal to 0.415, 1.99, 3.555, and 5.13. And that will be the answer for that. All right, and that will bring us to the end for this video. Like I said, this video is just basically, we're just doing a reminder video and just to remind ourselves of what we've already learned as well, okay? So the next video, I'm gonna go straight to the trigonometry addition formula. And please, like I said, if you have any question, feel free to send me an email or you can put it in the chat box and I'll get back to you. All right, thank you very much, and I will see you very soon.